Our city is the home of the Port of Long Beach, so none of us who live here are strangers to containers. Those mini warehouses that carry everything from toys and clothes to TVs and food to our stores. But have you ever thought they could be used to make a new building? Hello, I am Farouk Tauheed, and today I am here in the East Village at the corner of Long Beach Boulevard and Broadway, where soon a multi-story, multi-use building will be constructed primarily out of shipping containers. That's right, you heard me correctly, but that's not all. It's also a design competition that encourages green building solutions, all part of the collaboration between the Long Beach Redevelopment Agency and the U.S. Green Building Council. To find out how it's all going to work, we dropped in during the initial site visit when the competing teams had the first chance to check out the location, which is an RDA-owned site.
We have a very dedicated, motivated team within the city bureaucracy who is interested in really pushing the envelope for good design and what design should look like in the future. We want to be Long Beach, we want to be ourselves, we want to recognize our roots and really move that forward. And I look forward to somebody in this room having the winning design. And if it's technically feasible and it's financially feasible, we're committed to actually getting it built.
To find out why the RDA is involved and what we, the residents of Long Beach, win from this partnership, I'm going to catch up with someone from the RDA. I managed to catch up with Erica Martin from the RDA. She's here to talk to me about this great design competition. Tell me a little bit about the partnership between the RDA and the U.S. Green Building Council. How did it happen?
Well, the agency is really excited about this opportunity we have here today. We partnered with the LA chapter of the U.S. Green Building Council to really bring a bold architecture project to the city of Long Beach.
So you selected this site here. What was the final decision-making process on picking this actual site?
Well, it's a great site because we are actually in the heart of the downtown, and we're actually on the edge of the East Village, this arts district, and also we're right next to the port. So it ties into the whole concept of the competition, which is shipping containers. The
winning design, when the winner is chosen in May, will it actually be used and by who, how? Tell me some more about the actual building once it's constructed.
The idea that they're challenged with is to design a multi-story, multi-use building with the ground floor being a community open space. So it'll be actually a community center that people can come to. We haven't identified an end user, but it'll be for the community of Long Beach.
So how else will it benefit the city?
It's really a way for the city of Long Beach to get out there in terms of architecture and really bring forward bold architecture and support the green building movement that's taking on everywhere, and work with students and the community partners we have built through this competition to carry this project through fruition.
All right, well, thank you so much, Erica. That's Erica from the RDA. We're going to go right now and check out some of the design teams and see what they think about the challenge. I got to ask you a question. What was your first initial reactions when you heard about this challenge?
Well, we were pretty excited about it. We've been looking to try and do a lot of challenges lately because, just to get some experience and whatnot and kind of move beyond what we do in the classroom and kind of really get out there and do some more real-world kind of applications.
What are your impressions? Any challenges you see coming, or maybe some exciting things you see you can do with this shipping container?
Well, our first thoughts were that it's really like a module, and how can we break down the module? And I think that'll be really interesting to see how to take it apart and put it back together, because if we just take the module as itself, then we wouldn't be able to diverge and create an interesting new project with it.
It's definitely a new realm, building with these containers, which is something that there's not a lot of information out there. Give me a lot of insight into what we can do here in Long Beach.
To come up with something that is cheap and actually doable in the long run, because we are, like what they were saying, we are the next generation and we can help everybody out.
Thinking outside the boxes. That is the name of this design competition, and I, for one, can't wait to see all the solutions presented and discover which team is going to be victorious in the end. The finalists will be announced in May of this year, so stay tuned. For more information on this and other RDA projects, visit longbeachrda.com. For Inside Long Beach, I'm Farouk Tahid. We'll catch you next time. Hello? Is anybody home?
Hi, I'm Nautica De La Cruz, and today, join me as we attend the grand opening of the Long Beach and Burnett Apartments, a brand new affordable housing complex that offers both 2- and 3-bedroom units for rent right here on Long Beach Boulevard and Burnett Street. So let's go inside and check it out.
Okay, go ahead.
It's with a great pleasure that I stand here today. Just yesterday, this property was an eyesore for the neighborhood. And look at it today. It's a beautiful, thriving community. That's a community example of the city's ongoing efforts to revitalize the neighborhood by removing blight to the community and more attractive and safe and affordable places to live.
The key factor in those 46 units, at least from our perspective as an affordable housing nonprofit, is that 80% of them have been made available to low-income families. There's a lot of amenities for the residents. Even though this is a relatively small site, even less than 1 acre, there's 7,000 square feet of open space. It includes landscape courtyards, large community room, which is here, computer center, beautiful outdoor seating areas and barbecues, top lot as well, and 104 secured parking spaces for their residents and families.
And when we talk about having affordable housing, this is something that people need more than anything. Because when a person has a place where they can live, where they can at least come in their home and put their head down and kind of figure out what are going to be the next steps of the day, that's the most peaceful place that we all have.
The City of Long Beach, through the Long Beach Housing Development Company, loaned the project $9.9 million. That money came from the 20% housing set aside from redevelopment funds. And it makes possible projects like this and projects that are bringing the mission of quality, safe, affordable housing to all of the citizens of Long Beach.
We like to try to build projects that feel like home to us. But to all of you and to the new residents and to people who are yet to be residents, welcome home.
The complex has a total of 46 apartments for rent. As a mixed-income housing community, the rents range from $475 to a little bit under $1,200, based on household income as well as unit size. So let's take a closer look and meet someone who already lives here, who already calls Long Beach and Burnett Apartments home.
I'm born and raised, bred right down the street. This area wasn't always as beautiful as it is now, so I wanted to get out and get away. We had 6 people in a 1-bedroom. I was in college, I was working full-time, my husband was working full-time, so the statistic that media shows you about these lazy families that don't do anything to get out of the ghetto is not true at all. In fact, we all had jobs. But these opportunities are few and far between. And I'm not kidding when I say this. I literally would go home and dream, literally while I'm sleeping, about what it would be like to live here. Because I was like, it would be such an opportunity for my family, for my daughter to have her own room. My husband and I had a conversation about a week ago about being here for maybe 5 years, but this being a stepping stone to us buying a house. I want somebody to move into apartment 403 in a couple years so that I can move on to something else. I don't plan on being here 20 years because I don't think that's what this is about. It's a stepping stone. On behalf of the other families that live here, I'm grateful. And I just want to let you know, I am the biggest tattletale in the building. I write a letter for anything, okay? I don't play because this is my home now, and I'm proud to say I'm from Long Beach. Where I came from looks nothing like where I'm going, and it's because of people like you. You didn't even know my story. You didn't know when you said yes, you changed my life, you changed my daughter's life, you affected a generation that everybody has these ideas about. But I'm telling you, some of us out there, we have dreams, we're living them out, and thank you for being a part of that.
This new affordable housing complex is truly impressive and clearly shows how the Long Beach Housing Development Company is providing not only the funding, but the expertise needed to develop more housing opportunities for all of us in Long Beach. If you're interested in checking out the Long Beach and Burnett apartments in more detail, get on over to 2355 Long Beach Boulevard and take a personal tour. Just remember to do it soon because there's only 46 units and many of them are already rented. To get more information about this project and other affordable housing projects in the city of Long Beach, please visit lbhdc.org. I'm Nautica de la Cruz, and thank you for watching Inside Long Beach. On a recent Thursday evening, the East Village Creative Offices on 4th Street hosted a neighborhood celebration as residents, business owners, and city officials gathered to officially plug in 52 new streetlights that are yet another marker in the ongoing revitalization of this area. Hi, I'm Nautica de la Cruz, and now that the party is over, I thought it would be fun to see exactly what is going on around 4th Street and see what specific changes have taken place and are in the works. So I asked David White from the RDA to join us. So David, what exactly is the area we're in and what are the borders?
We're in the East Village Arts District, and today we're focusing on 4th Street. And the borders we're talking about today are Alamitos Avenue to the east of us and Long Beach Boulevard to the west.
David, how would you describe this area? How is it same or different from, let's say, Pine Avenue and 2nd Street?
Well, historically, 4th Street has been kind of a neighborhood-focused street, kind of like a street for the locals. There's a wide range of uses from residential to commercial uses, and the commercial uses that you find on 4th Street are a little bit different than 2nd Street and on Pine Avenue. They're more neighborhood-focused. They're smaller shops that range from your typical dry cleaner all the way to professional services such as architectural and design firms, to legal services and professional financial services.
Now, I know 52 new streetlights were just put in. What other improvements have been made recently?
Down along Alamitos, or at Alamitos and 4th Street, we are in the process of completing a new facade project on one of our local markets. We've also have completed another facade project on Atlantic. It was a vacant gas station that the landlord was having a problem getting a tenant for, and it started to fall into disrepair. So we went ahead and we provided paint. We painted the new store and it painted the vacant building. We've also used some of our programs towards adaptive reuse. As you see here at our creative offices, this was once a vacant industrial building. We've taken that building and we've converted it into creative offices. And across the street, we have also completed a facade project on the new Fingerprints in Berlin store.
Now, I know there's been a lot of street improvements, including facade restorations, which are meant to attract new residents and businesses, but is that really working right now?
Most definitely. The private investment still continues to grow. Our programs have been very successful in both attracting new businesses, as you will see, and also retaining some of our existing businesses. And you couple that with some of the residential projects that the agency has participated in, such as our Lofts on 4th project, which is down on Alamitos, and 2 new developments down on Long Beach Boulevard, have introduced about 200 new homes into the community. It's those homes that are strengthening the economic base that's supporting the retail. And as they say, retail follows rooftops.
What other key developments are slated in this area?
Well, there's still a lot of work to do. We've been very successful in some of our projects that we've done, but we still have a few more on the table. We are now in the process of putting together a street banner program, which is to help bring neighborhood identity to the area. There's still a handful of businesses that we feel can still benefit from a facelift, that we're going to be going after those property owners and trying to help them out. And there's still a couple of underutilized parcels, such as vacant lots, that we feel can have a higher and better use. And we think that by bringing those into the community, it's going to continue to grow this area. And we hope that redevelopment can be a tool to help assist that in the future.
Well, David, thank you so much for your time. Now, how about we take a walk on 4th Street?
Sure, I'd love to show you around.
As you can see, the East Village is definitely getting a facelift. And as I discovered, it is also attracting some surprising new tenants, like Fingerprints, where I'm at. The wonderful record store and bookstore that just moved into the area after being on 2nd Street for 18 years. Wow.
I've been involved in Summer Music, the concert series, and we do several of our big shows happen in the Arts District. So over the last couple of years, I've gotten to know the neighborhood, and I like it. I feel like this is a very exciting part of Long Beach. I feel like 2nd Street has a very distinct personality. I think Retro Row has a very distinct personality. Pine Street also, you know, you kind of have an idea as a resident of Long Beach what you're going to get in those neighborhoods. And I feel like the Arts District is kind of the last part of Long Beach that hasn't really been determined. It's you know, the future's unwritten here. So I like that about it. So, and I feel like that leaves an opening maybe for us to have more of an impact in how it shapes up.
There's a lot of money being invested in new businesses moving into the downtown as well as expanding. So we're really excited about that. RDA is a great partner. I mean, they've done some great things.
The East Village Arts District is just one of the many areas the Long Beach Redevelopment Agency is actively involved with, making improvements, removing blight, and creating safe, friendly communities where both businesses and residents can thrive. If you haven't already been to the Arts Village, this is definitely the time to plan a visit. Come on out, grab a coffee, and take a walk. You'll be amazed at all the fun shops and restaurants. Speaking of restaurants, I'm getting a little hungry. I don't know who's treating, but I'm gonna go get a bite to eat. I'm Nautica De La Cruz, and thank you for watching Inside Long Beach.
Are you ready for the yearly Affordable Housing Bus Tour? Hello, I'm Farouk Tahid, and today we're not only going to see 15 new properties developed with the support of the Long Beach Housing Development Company, but I'm also going to talk to some of the people on the tour to see what they discover along the way. So let's get started. So tell me a little bit, why are you taking this tour?
As a board member, I'm curious to really get down on the ground and see what's going on at some of the properties that we have throughout Long Beach.
Well, I've been in Long Beach for a little over a half a century, and I have never taken it before, so I thought it was a really good idea.
Well, I've been a board member for several years, and I like to take these tours every now and then to get, you know, a hands-on look at the properties instead of them just being on paper.
All right, so are there any properties you're looking forward to seeing? Anything you're looking excited to see?
Well, I just heard on the way down here that there's a property on Long Beach Boulevard in Del Amo, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
I'm looking forward to seeing the Coronado and the Palace Hotel, and you know, a couple of the others I've seen before, but wanted to see how they're doing now.
Especially the Coronado property. We're going to have a chance to go inside of that property, and we want to see all the great things that they've done there.
Well, looks like everybody's on the bus but me. Hope they saved me a seat. Tell me, what have you seen so far on this tour that's really impressed you?
You know, the thing that has impressed me, I worked in Long Beach once before, and is the progress that's occurred. I've been gone for about 6.5 years, and the diversity of the housing types, both ownership, rental, senior, and they're all very high quality. Great architecture, really improved the neighborhoods.
I think every stop that we made as far as
staff pointing out the accomplishments of the Housing Development Company. All of them have been really beneficial and wonderful city and the citizens of Long Beach.
Wow, the tour was phenomenal. You know, it really highlights the wonderful things that we're doing here in the city of Long Beach, the partnerships that we have with the housing development and also between the RDA. It's great, and I loved seeing all the rehab properties and the things that we're making affordable for people who want to live in the city of Long Beach.
And not only are we making them affordable, but the housing quality, green amenities, so much is going on there. Tell me a little bit about that.
Wow, we got to tour Coronado, which was one of our newest projects over in Atlantic, and those were just awesome. Just the amenities that were in there, the granite countertops, I couldn't believe that was affordable housing.
Why do you think we need these type of housings here in the city or even in our country, in our world, period?
Well, I think the need for affordable housing at various income levels is well proven. And that's for people that they're two-income families, from seniors. It's just well documented, and it's one of the basic things that everybody needs in their life.
Well, I think what it does is it really brings a stableness to the community that we don't often have in a lot of our neighborhoods. So by adding the new housing stock, that really helps to bring up the whole neighborhood, and you'll always see when you go deeper into the neighborhoods, people start sprucing up their properties and they start fixing up their roofs and their facades, so it changes the whole look of the neighborhood.
Well, I think what it does is it produces workforce housing. Basically, people tend to stay in the community, work, live, and play, and not go outside, and I think that's beneficial in that we have a stable workforce that way.
Rental properties, home ownership, senior housing, housing for the youth. You name it, we saw it. A full spectrum of affordable housing options supported and funded by the Long Beach Housing Development Company. And as you saw, these are not just in one section of our city, but all over, making sure everyone in our community has access to safe, affordable housing, which is, after all, the mission of the LBHDC. To get a full and detailed list of all the properties, visit lbhdc.org. I'm Farouk Tahid for Inside Long Beach. I'm off the bus and I'm out of here. We'll see you next time.